Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. It's been a while since I've done a full face of, or in this case 95% face of a brand. Today we are doing L'Oreal. So before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go see what we're going to play with today. So I've just gone and pulled out the stuff that I have that is L'Oreal here. We've got a few different lipsticks, different mascaras, a bit of everything. Though I don't have currently a lip liner. I don't have a setting powder. And I don't have an eyeliner. I think that's it. But we're pretty much set for everything else. However, that being said, L'Oreal don't really do eyeshadows. So they do individual ones. I think they still sell these. I did see them not long ago. But I've only got a couple of them. However, I do have a bronzer. And I hope that's enough to work. So I'm just pulling out everything now. L'Oreal make a few of my favourite products, but it's been a while since I've used the foundation, and I think we're going to find that my colour has changed. But first up, let's prime. And L'Oreal do have one of my favourite chemist primers, and that is the GRWM. It took forever for it to come to Australia, as we know. So this is the shade 901 Fair Glow, I believe, and this is Light Glow. I can get away with either. I do use this more, but given that I know that the foundation is going to be too warm, I am going in with Fair Glow at the moment. Now, I love a glowy primer. It's all I wear, in fact, generally. Occasionally I'll add a hydrating primer. And I do sometimes think I should add a pore filling one. But if I was just using a hydrating primer or a pore filling, I would 100% wait for them to settle down and go over the top with an illuminating primer, because at our age, an illuminating primer is our friend. You can see I'm looking nice and glowy. So foundation wise, I have the True Match. Let me just shake these. These have been sitting in my drawer for a while. The True Match Serum Foundation, and then the True Match Normal Foundation. These are a bit warm. I prefer the foundation over the serum. Giving that a few pumps. Yeah, it is just a little bit warm. So what I'm going to do is add the e.l.f. neutralizer to a couple of pumps on the palette and just work it into it. You can see that there. That has lightened that a little. So grabbing a foundation brush and working that in. Yeah, that's taken the warmth out of it. That's what we wanted. And you can see it's now a really good match. So if you have something that's a little bit dark or a little bit too warm, get the e.l.f. colour corrector in blue and just mix it together. If it is way too dark, get some shade adjusting drops. Just Google it. You can find them online, eBay, Amazon, and a few other places. This is a beautiful natural finish foundation. It is medium coverage, buildable, and it is right up there with one of my favourite affordable products. for a mid coverage natural satin finish. If I need to do my favourite drugstore pharmacy foundations and skin tints, which I will add to my list to do. But you can see we've got a pretty flawless look. So going in now with the Infallible More Than Concealer. Now L'Oreal, I don't have any at the moment. Oh, I might have the Infallible foundation. I think I do. I didn't grab it. The Infallible foundation in there. That is a brilliant long wear foundation. That one is definitely legendary for a reason. But that being said, had I remembered to pull it out, I probably would have ended up using that. And it's probably better to use this as it's been a while. This is probably more forgiving on mature age skin, the True Match, than the Infallible foundation. That's just brightened up underneath our eyes a little. Now I don't have a powder from L'Oreal. This concealer is full coverage, by the way, and it does wear for quite some time. I don't have a powder from them, so what I'm going to do is just go in with the Revlon powder, and I'll be right back. So I have just set down my face, and I did go and check the cupboard, and I do in fact have the Infallible here. I'm down to about here on it. So with these three products, if you are after a lighter weight coverage that is a bit sheerer, go for the Serum Foundation. If you want a mid-range foundation, as in medium coverage, satiny finish, go the True Match foundation. If you are after full coverage, nothing getting through that sucker, go your L'Oreal Infallible. I have primed my eyelids and going in with my brows now. I have the, let's see if I can read this without my glasses, the Brow Artist Xpert. So it is a wide angled brow pencil, not dissimilar to the ABH. In fact, the Brow Wiz, I think it's called. So I'm using a dark brown here. I'll go a bit softer in on the front. And the same on this side. Oops. This is a firm but heavily pigmented and creamy at the same time product. So it glides on really easy. It is super pigmented, so you can end up going in a bit hard if not careful. Now for bronze, this is actually one of my favourite bronzers from the pharmacy, and this is the Bronze to Paradise. I have the shade Back to Bronze. Back to Bronze, Back to Bronze. So just going in. This is not too pigmented, which is good. It's quite a neutral, like it looks warmish there, but it's actually quite neutral. And it's a buildable product, so it means you can go in hard with your brush, but you're not going to go ham with it. As I'm filming this, it's quite a warm day, and I've got the door shut so Phil can we all guess, play Call of Duty. There's no air in here. It's going in under the jawline now. As you can see how it's just a really nice neutral tone. Like I said, it's not too pigmented. And on the other side. Now, because I don't have an eyeshadow palette, which is a bit of a bugger, we are going to use our bronze as our eyeshadow, which isn't a bad thing. Like, look at that. It gives us a cohesive look for sure. But I would like to see it, given that, look, hold on, I'm in two minds here. I'm about to contradict myself. I was about to say I would like to see them bring out an eyeshadow palette. But given, if you've seen my reviews on ones from pharmacies, you would know I'm generally not impressed, which is why the Makeup Revolution ones from the chemist are actually, the NYX ones are quite good. Milani, yeah, not super fussed. The other Mastige brands, you know, leave a lot to be desired, quite frankly. And getting a flatter brush now and going underneath the eye with that. Now, using bronzer is a really easy way to get a nice, like we could do that and a brown lip and we would be good to go. But we won't, because we have, I've got a blush, I've got the Life's a Peach blush. I love this blush. This is one of my favourite blushes from the chemist. It's such a nice shade. But they did bring out recently the Lumi Liquid Blush. And I have got, back with the glasses to read the shades, I have got 627 Warm Glowy Peach, and 6, which is this one, and 625 Glowy Gold Pink. Now, given that for their individual eyeshadows, which they do only sell individual ones, I have got these two shades. So we might use both of them and we might use both of these. Haha! So going in first with the rosy colour. This looks intimidating, yeah? But in fact, she's all right. Don't be afraid to put a pop of colour on your eyes. And we can go up and out with that, yeah? So we'll start here. You can see I'm just sort of slapping it on. These actually, for what they are, this is why I actually wouldn't mind L'Oreal bringing out something, because these particular shades blend super easy. So we've got a bit of red there, and you can run the risk of looking a bit pink eye. Don't worry about it. Going back into the bronzer now, just right on the edge there. So it just creates a bit of a gradient on that outer corner. Yeah. Now, I'll put the colours down. I can't read them at the moment, not trying too hard. Then we've got this peachy shade. Look at that. So just with the finger and pulling it over that pink to blend it so it is not a harsh line. Same on this side. Now, just pull the finger over, pull my finger, I'm 12. Back in with this brush, right, and again, just tapping over that join. Now, I'm getting a little pencil brush with this, just to bring it right in that corner and curve up through the orbital bone. Same here, up through the orbital bone. We did do that little blend under the eye with the brown. Go in a little bit with the red. Back in with the brown, the bronzer. It just changes the depth and takes it away from being too pink eye. And then on that pencil brush again into this peachy colour and bring it down and across. So we've got a really nice warm summer eye. Now, because we have done that, let us have a bit of fun with our blush. What is the more intense? So, going in with the pinker of the two, up higher, using the peach, down a little bit lower. Now with these you will not need to use a highlighter because they're going to be glowy. Start stamping and working. Look at that glow. Same on this side. And up just a little bit high. That is okay in this instance because we are not using a highlighter. We can afford to come up really high here. Now you would think that that was going to be really intense. That has blown out quite nicely. You could go in more if you want to have blush blindness. I was tempted, but I am really liking that glow. Just what is left on the brush, just stamp across. They're beautiful. Look at that. It's nice. It's nice. So I do not have lips. I do not have a lip liner. I have nothing in my waterline because I don't have an eyeliner either, but I have used the Home Beauty in Ellie. For lips we have, look, I have this here in the peach, but I have the shade 236 and 226. I think these are the colour Riche ranges. These are the shade. So what I'm going to do is just on the outer is use the darker of the two there. Gosh, there's a perfume. This is 236 and this is 226. And then this is, so the outer is a bit more rose. This is a bit more pink. They smell highly floral, but these match these. I have a few mascaras here which I'll get to, but first we're going to set down our face. Now Interestingly enough, when I got this, when I reviewed this, I was like, do not put this on your face. It is hairspray. It feels like, it smells like hairspray, feels like hairspray. The dry down of it feels really tight. But if you're going in somewhere where it is really hot and really humid, this will be your friend. I have used this more than I thought. I have probably changed my mind. It is not my everyday. I would not wear this every day at all. But I was in Adelaide recently when we had 44 degrees and my makeup did not budge. So, going in with this now. It still smells like hairspray. It still feels like, keep your eyes closed while it is misting, because she's hairspray, mate. She smells like L'Oreal hairspray. Because it's an aerosol, it dries down really quickly, not soaking my face. The face does look flawless. It will not budge. Mascaras, down to the final step. L'Oreal makes some of the best mascaras on the market, and the three that I am a fan of, well and truly. This is my longest love. I got my sister onto this. She still uses it. The Lash Paradise. This will give you fat, voluminous lashes. She is beautiful. And then we've got the Telescopic Lift. That is the one that Michaela lied and put wispies on. Sorry, I did spray in my eye with that and I can feel it. But lastly, the Pharmacy mascara that has had my heart since it was released is the Panorama. I have loved this. This is a lengthening and volumizing mascara. The shape of this wand allows you to get right into the corners. And it builds up beautifully, pretty darn quickly. Like, look at it. Look at the difference. It doesn't give me panda eyes. And yeah, this tiny little brush, you can get right in. Or do like, I'm just going to do the other eye. So, that is where we are. Given I didn't have an eyeshadow palette and I've literally just used the bronzer to give us our transition, our crease, and to just deepen up the outer corners and really smudge out under the eye. It's really cohesive. Had a bit of fun there. I'm loving those blushes because you don't need a highlighter with it. That I really like. Look at that. You can use on their own, or obviously as I did there, combine the two, which I think was a little bit of fun and gave us sort of a slightly ombre effect. Everything's turned out really cohesive. These are really pigmented, as you can see, which is why I wish that they would bring out a proper palette. I would be keen as a bean. What do we think? Do we like? What's your favourite L'Oreal product and why? Sound off down below and tell me all about it. Until next time, my loves. Don't forget, 2 mum, 2 sister, 2 friends. Come along, hang out, subscribe, all that jazz. Have a little bit of fun. They're good. They are so good, those blushes. Love it, love it. Until next time, take care. Bye.